guys get to hang with the wonderful crew over there. Shout out Letterhack, shout out Jake, and shout out Andrea. Also Sandee. I can't forget Sandee. Sandee's awesome. You guys should definitely check out Environmental Coffee House for anybody that's interested in climate and some of the more serious stuff that we should be talking about, and also a little bit of vegan talk there. It's good place for people to hang out. But the most important thing is that you guys like and subscribe to this space, and go over to my channel at Pep Talks TV on YouTube. I'm sure the description is in the chat here. You guys, or the link is in the chat here, and you guys can subscribe to my channel. We're getting so close to 2K. Not sure if we did it today or not, but we're almost there. Really appreciate all you guys checking out the content and hanging. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Good guy.
Oh. Matt sent me something.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, buddies.
Hello?
How you doing?
I
I'm
don't know.
going to say that I feel like this might be one of the best episodes. We're just starting. But I'm
You
putting
feeling
that
it?
energy
Okay.
out there.
Yeah.
First of all, there's no Matt. That's already, we're off to a great start.
Ooh, so much more left-leaning this time around.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, we still got Jake here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's okay. It's okay. Here we go. My favorite part. My favorite part. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. You think it's going to be the best show, Andrea? I'm goddamn.
I think so.
If I say I'm tired, you're going to say, "Oh, you're always tired."
Well, to start, hey, look, birds of a feather. Did you also pour yourself a big glass of Everclear?
No,
my
it's just
God.
water for me.
Everclear.
Okay.
However, this cup is the one with Everclear.
Oh,
So, got to go back and forth.
mine is cheap soda seltzer. Cheap.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Cheap seltzer. Yeah, no drinking.
Turns out this is just water too. Ugh.
Nope.
Mm.
Alcohol. That was the one beer I had at the holiday.
Yeah,
All
water
right.
is tasting pretty bad these days.
So
Yeah, Nick.
welcome everybody. And that was a good show. Pep is a good. I like him. I think he's really reasonable.
Hey,
and
Max,
he's-
I'm on
he's-
TV.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
And Jake, you're hopping along on your shows too with the vertical and horizontal, which I cannot. I looked at Ecamm today, and I don't think I can do both yet. I don't think they have it where you can do both yet. I don't want to. I can't keep up with one chat.
It's an illusion, though. Like if you look at those videos, it looks like they have tons and tons of views. Those aren't real. Those are, for the most part, those are people that watched like 4 to 5 minutes tops.
Jake, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You're doing these vertical bullshits to talk to dummies, right?
Yes.
Would you want to do a cooperative version
Yeah.
on your
I really
channel?
would.
Because I don't do YouTube anymore. I do this space. But I wouldn't mind talking to some dummies with my old pal Jake.
But here's my question for you: Are
I
you
can keep my
just
cool.
okay?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I have
You
had.
give me the rules, I will follow your rules.
Okay.
It's your show, your rules.
My revelation here has been that these people have no idea who we are. They don't have the slightest
I
idea
have
of
no
what we
clue
stand for.
whatsoever. That's
It's
my
insane.
favorite. My favorite type of person is someone who's going to immediately assume a lot of things about me, which I can systematically snipe, like not unlike Israelis in Gaza. Just
never assume. Oh, by the way, Andrea, I've been loving your interactions on Blue Sky. I've been following you.
Yep, I'm having
fun.
Since this whole thing with Minneapolis, I've decided to start posting again.
Yeah,
I
it's
took
good.
like a year off of posting, and now I'm posting.
Well, I'm following you anyway. I like it. Every one of them. I'm gonna always like them and follow you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we spread out across platforms because I'm sick of being at the whim of YouTube. So good for you being on Blue Sky.
Well,
I mean, I've been on Blue Sky
over.
since I looked. What happened there? Did you?
Oh, my hand's healing.
Oh,
it's healing. Oh,
that's healed.
Listen.
Is that like you slipped on the ice the other day or something?
Yes.
That looks.
Yep. I've had that same, and then you go, whoa. Yep.
Oh.
But you know, I stream to X. Not every show, but I do. I stream my show with Antonio to X, and because I still have that sub, or whatever they call it, the blue check that somebody had bought me when I lost the channel to get it back.
Sure.
And I will stream there because that's where the Climate Crisis Club is. And if you stay in your own lane, it's not that terrible. If you stay with your own,
it's like it's like the minefield. You click the wrong tweet, child sexual
and then it's
things.
Just, right.
You click the wrong thing, and then it's like, naked celebrities. You click the wrong thing, and now you've accidentally downloaded 10,000 images. The FBI is on their way. You just gotta be careful.
Well, it hasn't happened, but I will. I'll say that that this X thing, I wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the Climate Crisis Club. But they can't. The space thing, I had never known what a space was, and it's very functional. I mean, a lot of people can be on a space from all over the world and they don't have to take a shower or look like anything because you're not on camera. They're just talking.
They reinvented TeamSpeak.
Well, whatever it is, I don't know. I just like Saturdays. That's all. I can't, that's all. I like Saturdays. I like the people that are on that space. But I find with X, I get a little bit more angry in my tweets or a little bit more obnoxious. And I find myself getting out of my comfort zone and going over to the idiots. There's certain I do follow, and I will post things that because they say such moronic things. I can't get over some of it. But then I think
terrible.
I mean, they're already tracking us. They know exactly who everybody is or whatever if they want to come and to your door. I think I'm hardly a threat, but Oh, wait. Who's at the door?
I have a series of I got this idea in October of I think it was 2023. How long has this thing been going on? Was it 2023?
Yeah.
I got this idea to just build tunnels. I've been building tunnels since October 2023. So Hamas was proven to have all these tunnels. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I might need these later. So I got tunnels, multiple state lines have been crossed. I've got a whole network going on.
Shit.
So
sure.
It's like what a Rambo 5. I got a Rambo 5 type tunnel scenario. Have you seen Rambo 5? The one with the tunnels?
I saw the trailers, and
did you see the tunnels in there?
I saw the tunnels in there.
It's fucking. It's like it's Rambo tunnels Home Alone. Just that's all I can say to describe it.
On your game.
No, in Rambo 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget what it's called. I think it's just called Rambo because Stallone is a fucking idiot. And
who said I was obnoxious in the chat?
Who said that?
I did. I said I'm obnoxious on X. I get obnoxious as hell. Kim is my moderator. She's like, Sandee, obnoxious.
I just get obnoxious everywhere. I feel like I don't know how to fit in with most people. So I just embrace the fact that I'm a piece of shit and I make people uncomfortable.
No.
That's why Matt left the show. It's because I make him so uncomfortable. He can't stand being around me.
You live in Obnoxia. That's okay. It's okay to be a member of Obnoxia. Listen, I'm a proud one.
I love it. I love it said just like that. Obnoxia.
Obnoxia.
I want to pass a compliment along to Pep. That's such a good talking point for when people are like,
what is that?
all these folks are paid protesters.
Oh my God. Yeah.
To respond to such a person by saying, go to one of these and go get yourself paid and make a video about it. You'll make $1 million on top of the $20 or whatever.
A paid protester. Oh my God. Well, and wait, and don't forget it's paid by George Soros. It's not just anybody. It always has to be paid by George Soros because he's the only boogeyman on the left that they think has money. I'm surprised they haven't said it's Jay.
I wish George Soros would use his money for something that's not
really,
like
I fucking wish
complete
so too.
garbage.
I would send in my social security number.
When you stop and think about what it is they're suggesting, it does reveal so much, like how little they know about us. Like the idea that a billionaire would support anything we have to say.
A billionaire. I know.
But it's a good point though, because of that what was that? Don't Call Me Shirley guy who went to Minnesota and caused all this. Like, why doesn't he go to the protest and reveal the secret funding apparatus?
He was testifying, I guess, at a House hearing on this shit, wasting more taxpayer money that we don't want to pay for all this bullshit. Yeah,
it's a good thing the U.S. dollar is collapsing soon.
Oh, Andrea, I found an article. I put it on my Facebook. I actually made a video for my personal Facebook friends today, which I've never done before, and I was very easy.
What is it titled? Buy gold now.
No, it was
your last chance.
No, I did my points of why everything's so fucked up, and I played my flying video intro. My new intro, which I don't know if you've seen. Did you see it, Andrea?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you'll love it. If I played it here, it's not going to get a. I don't know.
Let's do it.
Well, wait a minute. The music is from. Well, the music is my music. I bought it from, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. I mean, they're still going to fuck it. We'll have to go through the licensing.
I don't want to play it then because you watch it.
Just send me a link and I'll.
I will. Because I know you like my videos. You'll really like.
Oh yeah, you got.
It's very really short and sweet, but it has I'll just give you the hint of the bang. Yeah, because I mean I can play it because I pay for Epidemic Sound. So I get the subscription and I can pick whatever I want, and it's not, because I've been using it for so long, it's not AI music, most of it that I pick because I've had this library going for years with this music. So I hope it's not anyway, but you can't tell anymore. Everybody's using this shit. Oh, I'm very talkative all of a sudden, but I finally got my letters finished and ready to go to our Economic Development Committee here in the county, and
to stop the AI thing.
Well, they don't have it yet. I'm just saying that I wrote. I don't think so. I've been watching the meetings online. I don't think so, and we want to stop them thinking that they can. It's taken me to write these professional letters like I used to write at work, like with no problem, at least a month to get it to where it's perfect. And there's 2 letters, and the one is against data centers and giving the points, and the other one is for industrial hemp and potentially bringing the industry to the county if they're so worried about jobs. And that's it. I did it. I finally did. I'm not going to read it to you, but I mean, I did it. And so I'm mailing it out tomorrow. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm really actually happy with how it sounds.
You should consider, just theoretically, they might throw that shit in the garbage, right? So like, why not photocopy it and mail it out once a week until you get a response?
Well, I'm going to do an email also. She won't throw it out. She won't.
I don't know these people. But,
it's a very small county I live in.
I would do.
And I'm also sending my business card for cred. I know I'm retired, but I have a business card that has the cred on it, director.
Yeah, you just have to accidentally Sharpie over the date that says 1984.
No, fuck you, it does not.
Just, make sure they don't see that part.
1984. Oh, you bitch. No, it's okay. I love, what did you say on your show about, today, was it today? About kids, and if you had your kid in 1968, it's okay. But
yeah, maybe.
I was like, wait a minute. It would have been impossible. Anyway, Yeah.
I mean, I just saw these fucking photos of them trafficking this 5-year-old down to Texas. This little
I saw it.
fucking
I saw it.
5-year-old. They fucking kidnap him, send him to knock on doors because, oh, it's a 5-year-old. I'll open up. And then they just traffic them all to a death camp where fucking someone got fucking starved to death or whatever like a week ago. So that's great. I'm not trying to, ruin the mood here,
You're
but
not. There's no. Listen, what mood? I mean, we're in Fuckville.
yeah, the daily snuff films are getting quite
your,
intense.
Your show is Fuckville, and mine's We Are So Fucked. So, what's yours, Jake? No, his is optimistic. It's what you can do.
Subheading "Fuck these people," by all means.
Okay, because I've definitely got Andrea in the fold of Doomer. She's going to be talking to all.
I think I've been in the fold for a while now.
You're going to be talking to. I'm going to get you talking to all of the Doomers on Blue Sky. You're right.
Me in.
Yeah, I'm bringing you in.
Sign
Ian in
Ireland.
You can talk to you and Ian. Will get along great. Ian, there's a whole thread of us on there from all over the world.
For the audience, we were talking about this when these ICE kidnappings and killings started, but now more than ever, there is local organizations near you. Usually they're going to have different names from place to place. There's local organizations near you that interfere with ICE. Join them. You're either part of one right now, or you are a bystander.
Or building. You have to either, if there's none near you, build one. Start it.
Good point. If you can't find one, then you have an obligation to build one.
Yeah, like you need to either get ready for the incoming storm, or go somewhere nearby or whatever that is already active. Otherwise, I mean, at the very least, you got to be getting ready. And I'm just saying on a selfish, narcissistic, you only give a fuck about yourself, no one else. You got to get ready because they're coming for you, buddy. They're going door to fucking door with fucking 5-year-olds to fucking bring out people in -20 centigrade with fucking undressing them in -20 centigrade.
I saw that. In small farming communities like mine, I'm waiting. I don't think we didn't hear much this year that they were going to the farms. We didn't hear too much. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's
farmers,
disgusting.
if you were carrying around a shotgun on your property and talking big about how this is your property and ain't no government going to come on and tell you what to do, now's the time to find out if you're really about that. If you let ICE onto your property without a warrant, you're not about that. You've been running your gums. You're not who you said you were, and you got to admit that to yourself.
There was a leaked ICE document that I saw that confirms that they tell and train all their officers, quote unquote, that warrants are a thing of the past. They said on the leaked document, it says specifically, like, if someone asks for a warrant, you say you don't need one.
Is that Greg Bovino leading that one? Or
yeah, that memo? Yeah.
He's a little Nazi. Oh, my God.
That guy with his little
and he's a little guy. Yeah, and
it's always, no offense to all
I know. No offense to shorter guys at all.
There's some, it's like, you're short. Most people, they deal with it. But there's a certain type of person that just cannot handle that situation. Even though, if you didn't know, the short people live longer. The shorter you are, the longer average lifespan. So the taller you are, the sooner you die. So I don't know why anyone would want to be tall.
I'm 5'3", so I guess I'll be.
You're going to be around for a while.
I'm going to have to watch all this shit unfold.
Yeah.
Okay, but now I'll tell you, I'm doing a fundraiser, guys, for a driveway gate. Fixing mine. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
Fair enough.
No, I have a driveway gate, but it's a piece of shit. I need a metal one, not the wood one.
I'm doing the second ever Wicked Cookout this Friday. We are going to be entertaining folks who are staying home.
How's that restaurant business? That kitchen you rented? Are you going to be using that kitchen that you?
I am going to be.
Cool.
But that does require that I get properly licensed to sell food, which is a difficult thing.
Or is the cookout just going to be you get a grill? Well, I'll let you explain it. The
cookout is the thing I did over the summer as well, and that is to entertain people while you take a day off work in protest of ICE. This Friday, the 23rd, the people of Minneapolis have asked us to do the easiest thing anybody has ever asked fellows joined in a civil rights struggle to do, which is just not go to work. And I'm sure you've got all kinds of good reasons why you really have to this Friday, but they're not better than the freedom of a child, than the life of Renee Good. So I don't care about your excuses.
I love you, Jake.
Take it off on Friday.
This is how I've been feeling. Like, and fuck Friday. Take off work every day, as far as I'm concerned.
Just do it Friday, because that's how we are doing it in an organized manner. We are going to start asking you for more, but right now I'm just saying Friday, and I'm just saying excuses don't fly on Friday. I'll see you there, gang.
In my opinion,
oh,
we
wait
gotta
a
up
minute.
The game here, but that's a good start.
I'm supposed to be a guest on Looney Tunes show, and I have a show Friday night with Jim Massa.
No, can't do it. YouTube's that counts as work.
Oh, come on. Science starts at 9 o'clock. We have a big report. We have a lot to go over.
Don't be a scab. I don't know. It's Jake's rules. It's not mine.
Shit,
Jake's the one who said no excuses. So
oh boy.
I didn't say
That's
that.
true.
It was all Jake.
This Friday there are none.
My daughter's off, but she got a car wreck. God.
Oh, is she okay?
She went to the doctor today. She got a little concussion and a little whiplash. That's how she said it. So maybe that's a couple of days off. Yeah, her winter. I told her, talked about it on my show yesterday. I told her how I worry in some of the weather. I'm a mom. And she goes, Mom, I have been driving since I was 16 in this shit. Blah, 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 and
imagine saying that like after you get in a car crash. Like you're not in a good position.
No, she said this before. I said it was last week when I asked her, do you have to go to work if it's snowing and it's 2 feet of fucking snow?
So you get to say I told you so then?
No, I would never do that. I am not that person. I am not that.
I told you.
I'm not going to do that. I just reiterated. I love you. I worry about you. I don't care if you're 97, or whatever.
I told you so.
No, Andrea, that just would. Are you kidding? That would make her even go more off on me for just.
I'll be honest, like my position is like if anyone comes to me with a you were right scenario, I won't be able to. I have to just get it out of the way. Like if I don't say I told you so, it's just going to be ballooning up inside me like this energy. I have to start with. Well, first of all, let's just get this. I told you so, and then we'll move on to talk about how dumb people were. But yeah,
but the thing is, I didn't tell her she was going to get in an accident.
Oh, I know.
I know. All I did was say, "Hey, can you take a day off if it's really shitty?" And she went on the whole diatribe of how she's been driving in this shit. Whatever.
Well. Did she get hit by someone or
no? She hit. It was icy and shitty, and she hit something on a groove on the pavement, and then spun and hit one guardrail in the front and the side on the other. And her airbags didn't go off. It was a 2007 Volkswagen Rabbit. She had that. It's her winter car. Very long time. She's very upset about the Volkswagen.
And that's how she got the concussion, hitting the steering wheel, not the side.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. She was saying she was just fine, but she went to the doctor for precautions. And don't they always say that? They'll always say, "Oh, you hit your head? Okay, I have a concussion, you have a whiplash."
That's fair.
I have plenty of neck braces. I can bring her one when I go up to Buffalo if she needs it. Oh, God. Okay, that's it for me. I'm done.
You're done? All right, wrap it up.
All right, bye.
That was a good show, guys. Pretty good all around.
I'm always good in the beginning, and then I start losing steam. But you're right, Jake. This whole thing for Friday is great.
I'm glad to see that the general strike is moving from the concept they originally were pitching, which is striking for a whole list of things all at once, and instead switching it to not an indefinite strike and striking over specific issues. Because I think probably what's going to happen is this is going to be the new way of doing your civic duty above even voting, is do you participate in the strikes?
I mean, like voting is so far below, and we might not even be able to vote again. But it's so far below the bare minimum. Like you should vote, but it's like saying I voted is like I wiped my ass yesterday. Are you going to do it every day? Like, I mean, good start, but like, are you taking showers?
Concerns me that you clarified yesterday. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, well, I mean, as if like it's the first time they did it. It's a big deal,
Yeah. Yeah, voting's the bare minimum, but the good news is we've been trained to wait in 2-year increments to try to do anything. And then the things we do always benefit the giant election industry business. But yeah, effing with the money, it seems to be the way to cripple these bastards.
It's the only
So
way.
that's what we do.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing they understand. And that's how Trump, whenever the stock market starts, whatever, the billionaires call him up and say, hey, dude, you got to do this. He fucks around with whatever. He says that's how he got the name, what, Taco? Because Trump always caves or whatever it is.
Chicken's out. Yeah.
Yeah, chickens out. And so they call him up and they'll say, okay. And he does it. He does whatever he says. And they manipulate the market for sure.
Yeah.
But
it went
did you see
down.
Donald Trump
Oh.
Davos speech today?
Andrea, please.
I watched that bitch live. I woke up at 8 and I was like, oh, let's check the news. Oh, Trump is live. Let's watch it. And it just, I watched that fucking bitch. I was having a conniption. I could not handle it. I was drinking my coffee. I wasted my coffee too. I drank my coffee to Trump. You know, that's something I shouldn't do. I usually do it to video games or reading. Holy fucking moly. That whole thing was just quite a watch.
Yeah, and the whole
amazing.
world is just, I mean, the whole world, I think, is just going like that.
No, and Davos, they were all sucking his dick. They were all fucking performing fillet. Like when they did the camera shots, they were like, "Ooh, may I suck your dick more, daddy?"
Come on,
those big fucking
really?
cocksucker billionaire cocksucker motherfuckers. And then they fucking do this Q&A with fucking what's this fuck, where they fucking they talk about how great Trump is. Like they bring him on, they sit him on the chair, and they're like, "Donald Trump, aren't you the best human being who's ever been born?" And he's like, "Yes, I am." It's terrible. These fucking billionaire fucking leeches, these pieces of shit.
Well, because they want something always. They don't want. They want something.
Less
My
and
favorite
less.
part of Trump's Davos speech was when he did, "Hi, Mark."
I saw that part.
I did not.
I of course, to listen to Mark Carney is like a breath of fresh air, but you'll understand, like Sandee said in her show, how, you know, there's problems there also, because especially with healthcare.
Well, Mark Carney, well, you go
he's
on
a banker.
first.
Well, no, he's a banker. She was just saying about healthcare, how in Ontario and Alberta, they're trying to privatize everything. But I don't know what he can do over the premiers in Alberta. And I don't know, you know, it's tough. She was talking about that today.
Yeah, like that's the thing is I read Steve Bannon's Canada annexation plan. Has anyone read this? They're going to, it's like the new Project 2025, but for annexing Canada. And the plan is to fund separatist movements in Alberta and then have them lose an election and then swoop in for international monitoring. And then Alberta's going to secede and join America. And then
she
the
loves
rest of
Trump
Canada
anyway.
will topple.
The premier, what's her name?
Yeah, they want to join America.
Alberta
They literally have a huge MAGA movement.
Yeah,
like make America great. Like they are like, and you know, Alberta, America, they both have A, so it works out. But like they don't give a fuck about Alberta. They just love America. They're like,
well, she's Danielle is a fossil fuel whore. You know, she loves it. So
that said, if you have a lot of money and you would like to purchase land is extremely cheap because they sell all the forest land to corporations and anyone who wants for really low prices. So if you are a Canadian citizen and you've got like a couple $1,000s, I know that sounds like a lot, but like if you have a couple $1,000s in Canadian money, you can own like dozens of acres of forest land. So just consider something like that. Either you get it or the corporations get it. Like you can buy the forest land in Alberta and then keep it safe from deforestation if you want.
I'll have to ask Kelly. He's not here in the chat tonight, but he lives in Alberta. I'll definitely ask him. Hey, Chaz. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting I'm just saying hi to the chat.
No, you're not allowed to mention the chat. The chat is banned.
Oh God, that would be amazing though. But I don't know what the rules are when you buy internationally, or it's all taxi. I don't have any money.
Yeah, well, if you live in Canada,
I don't even have any money. I can't even. Goddamn, I have to pick up my cat from the vet who's been there for 3 days. Was very sick. So not sick to dying, but sick where it could have led to it. You know.
Yeah.
He had to have his anal glands expressed.
Ooh, Jesus.
Gotta express them.
Those poor cats.
Do the First Amendment rights.
Boy dogs too. He had a UTI. It was very sad, but he's doing okay. Siku, that's my Arctic ice. It's ice in Inuit. My little boy. I wrote an article in Substack. I wrote a goddamn article about it in Substack.
That's good.
A little sweetheart.
I'm loving writing.
I want to. I would like to. Way too loud. I agree.
Good. That was really good, group. I am perfectly straight tonight, and I feel goofy as hell.
I've never been straight a day in my life.
Well, okay,
I think with the
not
vertical
lying.
and horizontal, I would like your guys' input.
All right.
I don't want to do this like right now. It's kind of fun because I'm sort of entertaining the real audience with talking to strangers basically. But I'd like to try getting these folks to interact, and I'm wondering, should I do something like ask the vertical audience if they to pick questions for me to answer from the horizontal and vice versa?
Oh,
What are ways we could get them interacting, but like through a medium where they're not just going to devolve into shouting at each other?
Yeah, well, so you want the two chats to interact?
Yeah, because essentially in the horizontal, it's a bunch of progressives, but in the vertical, it's a lot of misguided folks who are...
I'd want to reiterate that how much I would love to just like be on your stream and answer the vertical questions just to see what they come up with and answer them. I think that would be amazing. But how to get them to interact? I mean, I don't know. You could have some sort of a scenario where you ask the question and it's a fact-based thing, maybe not political, maybe make it history, like pre-2000, just to be really safe with these people. Do like pre-2000 like Jeopardy style trivia questions, have them both in like try to answer it, and then whoever gets which chat gets the answer first, they get a point. So then it's horizontal versus vertical, and they try to outrun each other. Is that you're gonna have you're gonna have people looking shit up. So you got to formulate your questions in a way that people can't just look shit up.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
That might be something. Go ahead.
No, that guy. I don't know, Jake, if you knew the guy that did something like that. They called him Duty. I don't. He was on
Duty.
all through the
dude.
Dude, yeah. But I don't know what happened to him.
The Big Lebowski?
No, he would be on
Another Dude.
I think
I liked the show.
Yeah, but
I didn't know the Big Lebowski had a show. I need to check this out.
But what happened? I don't know what happened to him. But
I don't know either.
He would do it like that, but with I think TikTok. That's where he would get most of the people that he would debate with. From TikTok, but he would be on YouTube also. So he had a vertical chat. So he had some kind of formula along the lines of what Andrea is talking about.
He did, but he would just debate with MAGA about the issues of the day. But I liked him, but he would break down. Like he couldn't handle, like he would do what we all want to do, which is he'd just start like hollering at him and he'd let them get him angry. And I think that's where we fail every single time. I
just want you to know, Jake, I am very capable of keeping my cool in a debate. I used to debate a lot more back in the day when I was a new kid on the block politically. I got into all the debates.
Yeah.
And I was known for keeping my chill.
That's good.
Now that said, I have lost it a couple times. It happens to the best of us.
All right, but I think you do
chill.
better. You do better. You get under their skin if you keep yourself together and you respond in with certain behaviors. I think you can do a lot better than.
But
I view talking to a conservative like some sort of like talking to Like it's like I've created some sort of language translation device and I'm talking to like an anteater. Like that's how I feel. And so you can't what are you gonna get mad at an anteater? They eat ants, you know, like what? Why are you getting mad at that motherfucker? They're a good thing, if anything, they're eating the ants.
Yeah.
Why, in your opinion, because
good.
I think I know, but in your opinion, why do you think they do that? They will say something that they know is going to anger you.
Why do they do that?
Yeah.
Because they love to needle and trigger. And I think that's
yeah.
also because
Why
they
do
don't
they
have
love
the
to do that?
they don't have the intelligence to go into anything with depth most of the time.
They
So
don't
it'll
have
be-
any knowledge. They have no basis of knowledge. And also they look up debates
Hang
and
on,
then
I'll
they
be right
see
back.
garbage and they think that that's what go for it. They think that's what debating is. Like
Yes.
like we have entered a generation where like most of my political debates that I did were 2018 through 2020 and then I kind of burnt out from them because what was the point? But like back then, you know, I realized really quickly that most debates are just yelling at each other to get clips, right? And then you watch the 2-minute clip and then the rest of the debate kind of doesn't matter, right? So that's how people think intellectual conversations are. Like that's what they think. So like
to some degree,
that's the
yeah.
model that they base it off of. Like the things that they watch are pure and utter garbage. Like those fucking Charlie Kirk fucking that tour he went on where he would fucking debate these fucking college kids and they would smoke his ass, you know? Like, and but then like, you know, he just tries to push them so that they get like, you know, upset or whatever, or stumble or stutter. To them, they've never, I don't think most conservatives, at least under the age of 30, I don't think they've watched like a genuine, actual intellectual debate.
I agree.
Like, when you watch an intellectual debate, like that shit's hard to keep up on, you know, like it's
but
not.
I think
Unless
what
you
Sandee
know
said is
some
closer to it. I mean, I acknowledge you're right that that's all they think of when they think of debates is like it's just an argument you have where you pick a side at the beginning. But I think Sandee
and they don't know anything. Yeah, they just
they
no
don't know
way
anything,
to
and
craft any
also
new
they're
distances.
embarrassed. When you're talking to them in the moment, even if it's just a one-on-one conversation, they get embarrassed that they don't know the thing that they're obviously supposed to know. And so they try to spark the conversation going in another way. And the only technique they have, literally all they have, is to say something they know will offend you. And if you allow that to happen, they go, I don't have to think. Thank God.
I think
and
my
they'll
last
never
debate
apparently
was with
confront
Ben
themselves.
Burgess. Now that I think about it, I think that was my last
Ben
debate.
Burgess.
It was ridiculousness. I think that was the last one I did. I'm trying to remember. It was a long time ago.
I
agree with you, Jake. They have no knowledge. They have nothing. They have zero knowledge on literally anything. Two, I don't think that they feel shame, the emotion, and they feel embarrassment, the emotion, but they don't know that it's shame and embarrassment. I don't think.
Interesting.
Like I think that they just feel the emotion and then they react to the emotion literally.
I'm angry for
like
some
a
reason.
lesser being. Like it's a sub. Like you are not a sapient being, and I don't want to bring that too much in here, but like the difference between sentience and sapience is like cognition and being able to understand your body and your emotions and your mental state, right? And I don't want to get too deep down in here, but like they are literally incapable of that. They just feel angry or whatever. They feel some emotion, and especially men. Well, they're of it in their current form. They could learn. They could be better. That's what I mean.
And you can wake them up in that moment too. I've now done it a handful of times, and I'm not even going to suggest that it's very effective. You have to have very humble goals for the conversation. Like, for example, not changing their mind beyond getting them to acknowledge that they have a wrong conception of who they're yelling at. But that's the seed. That's the seed that grows into something different. There's a chance those. At the very least, I'm hoping that they get excited about their own primaries.
I'm just curious, like what are the run-of-the-mill dullards in the conservative spaces? Like what is their reaction? Like, I mean, I'm sure they've already got their conspiracies by this point, but I just don't pay attention to that stuff as much as I used to. Like, because I mean, I don't know, diminishing returns, I guess, is always stupid. But like, what is their spin at this point? crashing the economy. Like half the country's in Great Depression conditions. ICE is just shooting like white women in the face and trafficking children to death camps. Like the whole Greenland thing in Venezuela. Like, I mean, what is the spin? I'm just curious. Like, as a psychological experiment, I want to know like what a human being could like, because when I think about it, like think about how racism and phrenology, like these mothers read a couple books and were like, oh, we can put together words that prove that white people are better or whatever. But like they were like, they considered just knowing how to read and going to schools to be education, and that they were just like, yeah, we're educated, so therefore we can't be wrong. So they came up with these sophisticated as fuck, like, well, you see, if you get the calipers and you measure the skull and the bone density, it turns out that their brains are dumb. Or like, but like, just like the mental gymnastics to come up with fucking technology, man. Like that is like, if it weren't so dangerous and destructive, I would be impressed that a human could be capable of stringing words together that way.
It's all so much easier to understand if you're a dork. Like if you, I read War 40K lore all the time.
Oh yeah.
I don't play Warhammer 40K. I just read the lore. And Sandee, for your edification, it's just a nerdy sci-fi setting.
I know what it is. I know what Warhammer is. I had a boyfriend with a kid that did all. Yeah, was in between husbands, and his kid it was all Warhammer, everything Warhammer.
The point being, things don't need to be true for them to be detailed and consistent. So there's consistent lore about who the emperor is and all that stuff. But that's just what phrenology is. It's just something that's complicated enough that the average person can be confused by it, so that somebody who wants to arrive at the conclusions that phrenology offered can point to a complicated looking thing and say, I've memorized the lore of this, and this is why the world is the way it is. And it's the same thing with basically every carried by the right wing. It's the same thing with flat earthers. It's just memorizing lore and pretending like that complicated structure of it means it's science.
Those people, the flat earthers or the chemtrail whack jobs, those people I love chemtrails. I do enjoy debating or debunking, especially the chemtrail stuff. And that's interesting to debunk about.
There's that video somewhere of
flat earthers
a British comedian saying condensation.
They are. Flat earthers are very polite, Alex. How many flat earthers do you know? Well, these days I can't actually laugh at it. Who knows? The whole flat earth.
Hey man, if you're a flat earther, enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy. Right.
At this point, we've got so many more problems. You can just sit in the corner and play with your toys or whatever. I don't care. They'll find out what's beyond the ice wall and get back to me.
Oh,
I am such a GD dork, but the answer to this question, Jake, what's your favorite chapter of the Astartes? I truly don't have one. I would prefer to hang out with the salamanders, with the space wolves. But probably Black Legion. Then you get a smattering. There you go.
Oh my god!
I'm so sorry.
No, I was looking up Warhammer again to look.
You both just became virgins again from hearing that.
Thinking about.
I know about Warhammer 40K.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had to refresh my memory a little bit. Now it's like it's all coming back. Everything was Warhammer with this kid. Well, he's not a kid. He died, but
Jesus.
No, it was terrible. He grew up and then he overdosed and died. Oh. Yeah, it was terrible. It was heroin.
Andy. Jesus.
Well, it's my
I know it wasn't your child, but it was a kid you knew.
I had him for 3 years in my life. 3 years. Yeah. There was a story. There's always a story. The mother was a fucking loser, but it's okay. There was a story. And unfortunately, what happened was way after I was in the picture. And it was really sad.
Yeah.
And that's not the only one. I had my really, really one of my best girlfriends. Her husband is my attorney. Well, his kid too. Same thing.
Jesus.
Dropping like
Yeah.
flies.
Yeah, and this was both of them in the same year, which is about 5-6 years already. I know, but I knew people that happened to back in my time. When I was young, the dope fiends that OD'd.
Well, the heroin nowadays, I don't know about 5-6 years ago, but nowadays that shit will kill you because it's all laced with fucking fentanyl.
It probably was 5 or 6
Unpredictable.
years ago.
I mean, I don't
one
know how
drug I
much
never really
fentanyl
have
was
to-
in the supply chain back then, but
No, back in the when people were
what is that animation? What is that?
my era of people consuming heroin.
Yeah,
it
that shit was pure as hell.
Heroin.
Man.
It was just heroin. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying some 1960s heroin. That shit might have
No,
been good.
I'm not talking 1960s. Why do you say 1960s?
Barrel aged.
For me, I'm not 80 years old, Andrea.
I'm just, it's all
1960s.
before my time.
Okay.
And let's be honest, I wouldn't want to
80s.
try 1970s heroin. That
talking
shit's dirty
80s.
as fuck.
80s.
1960s, they had good drugs back then. I'll tell you that. As someone who wasn't there and reads books,
Yeah.
a lot of people seem to enjoy the drugs in the 60s. And then the 70s, it got
Yeah.
dirty. And then Reagan came in and started poisoning everything. Ugh.
Ugh, it's right. Yeah. But now I feel for young people that experiment and then try these things and they are just so harsh. I can't get over the videos I see too of the people that film the meth heads, but I don't think it's meth, it's some other drug where people are on the streets and they're literally contorting their bodies. I don't know what it is, but I honestly think that these videos, these people, the White House administration, they see these videos of the problems and they say, we'd like to be on the street and just shoot them all. Like the Skid Row.
Let's,
yeah. That's how I feel this administration looks at these people. Instead of looking at a way to fix things or help them. It's all because of income inequality and racism. But it's sad. It's tragic. Each one has a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't mean to bring us down either. But, you think about that. And I don't know whose channel it is. But there's also that guy that interviews everybody from Skid Row in LA. Jesus. Somebody in the chat knows.
There's all kinds of these fucking YouTubers that just go to places like that and then make millions of dollars off of interviewing people.
I know. They come to Mark's studio. 2 of my friends were at his studio and actually were on that channel. I don't know why I can't remember. Mark is his name. He'll go down to Appalachia too, and actually go with it. It showed a lot of people from Appalachia, but he does have a show where I am convinced that these people who've never seen anything in their life just would love to have firing squads lined up in cities. That's
so crucial.
But I think
that's what they're aiming for. They're building the squads right now. Minneapolis, they have 47 days of quote unquote training, but then days 48 until whatever is combat training in the field. This is training for them. In Minneapolis, they are training to enact this kind of terror on the rest of the country.
It's Soft White Underbelly. That's the channel I was talking about, Mark's.
Yeah, those fucking vulture pieces of garbage.
Well, no, Mark isn't too bad. I don't know. He spends a lot of money on people that he helps that come in. I mean, he really did spend a lot of money on the people in Appalachia, and
I hope that's true.
It is true. 2 of my friends were actually on as interviewees. So he had his doomer guests, and it was actually Dr. Elliot Jacobson and Sam Mitchell from Collapse Chronicles. Literally, Sam got 1 million views, but Sam told me, so many people hated him that in the comment sections, he said 500 at least called him a narcissist, and they hated him for his viewpoint. He's tough. I should send you that one, Andrea. You'd probably love Sam.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But I just saw him in Florida, actually.
I occasionally wish we all lived near enough each other that I could send y'all food. I've got a Hamilton Beach bread maker because I recently
Ooh.
expressed that during the pandemic, I didn't jump on that trend, and I wished I would have.
Well,
I
it's
gotta
still
ha-
going on, so you still have your time.
Well, fair point. So I can say during the pandemic, which will probably be the rest of our lives, I got a Hamilton Beach bread maker then, and
Oh,
I
that's
fucking love
great.
making bread.
The problem
you
with
make
making bread
gluten-free?
is that when you start making
not.
a lot of bread, you eat a lot of bread, and then you get
True.
really, really big.
Yeah,
and then
I
you just
don't eat
grow in size at
See,
an
I did it out of
insane
order.
rate.
I got good and fat first, so that
Well,
I
yeah.
won't
Well, you
notice.
primed your body to be ready
Yes.
for the real jump.
Yeah. Made a chicken sandwich the other day with way too much bread because I can't slice it into reasonable sized slices. I could only hack off
Yep.
like a quarter loaf at a time.
You just rip it. I just rip it. You know, when you have a full loaf, I don't cut it. I rip, because that's what they did for thousands of years, and I like to commune with my ancestors when I rip apart a loaf of bread.
It feels like that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm walking through Lithuania back in the day.
Oh my God, the bread.
I don't know about Lithuania, but it's somewhere my ancestors hail.
Rovenski?
I only know.
Where does
Rovinski.
Rovenski come
Yeah, it's
from?
Poland.
Polish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
i.e. the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, sister.
Oh gosh.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the specific the specifics. I don't know. Maybe I'm open to it, but I just don't know enough information about my family.
Wait, where does Sandee's folks come from?
Oh my God. Eastern Europe,
Ah!
Italy, and
Nice.
Russia, and
Well, I'll
UK.
forgive that.
There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, UK. Yeah, my I remember my mother's brother, my uncle, used to rail about the fact that the great grandfather was in the Civil War, and he had some kind of plaque that was my, I don't know, great.
What side?
Yeah, I was gonna
The New York side.
All right.
What do you think? Yeah.
hero.
Yeah, the New York side, but that, yeah, we were
Andrea and I
actually
both
talking
was like,
about the DNA.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just say
DNA.
my fucking,
No, but
like, oh yeah,
Andrea-
my grandpa, fought in World War II. Oh, really? Okay, tell
But
me
my
more.
other side, the Polish side, I know that there was a ski in there in a name somewhere, but that's Poland. My daughter went when she turned 30. She went with her boyfriend to Eastern Europe, and they went all over, and they went to Poland, and they went because he's Polish, like half of Buffalo was Polish,
I got
and-
Polish and Italian and German. That's all I know about my familial history.
Okay, well, it's we all did
The fascist trifecta.
before. Well, we all did this DNA thing before we knew that they were going to like steal it from the company.
I never
and
did
track
that
us
DNA
down.
thing.
Yeah.
I knew that shit from straight up.
I
I'm
know,
giving
but
my DNA to a private company. What the hell? I'm never doing that.
I wonder though, can you ask them for it or to destroy it? I don't know.
You can ask.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what they did.
You
Who
can
cares?
definitely ask.
At this
I'll tell
point-
you that. That is within your powers to ask.
It was fun at the time. My mother loved it. My mom loved it. It was great. And we had a cousin who actually did a family tree, but she did the whole genealogy thing, all of that. DNA does it. It cheats, And
You get one motherfucker in your family. It's the chain is only as strong as the weakest link. Anyone in your family that sent your DNA to a private corporation, the whole family's compromised. They got them all.
Well, yeah.
Like they can just extract so much, like, oh, what's the difference between me and like a cousin? Not very much when you
Well,
look at it in that way. So
yeah.
just all it takes is one weak link, and then boom.
Once in a while, you get an email from someone or from that is your 50 millionth cousin from somewhere. Or the company that was back then. I don't even have one. I don't even know if I have the link. I certainly don't pay for it.
Oh yeah, I'm some cousin that you've never heard of or met. Let's start a conversation. I mean, I'm open to seeing if you're a cool person, but if you're not, goodbye.
Well, it's a long time ago. I'm not getting any of that anymore because they're probably all dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm laughing, but hey, life, death, we're born to die.
My mom's dog just had its DNA test results reviewed. If you had to
Oh.
guess, what would you say that creature is?
No clue. That is
lab.
a
A lab.
that is a creature. That is a
okay, part
that is a
lab,
creature.
part it's got a like a maybe
ears,
maybe
maybe?
a bit of a pity, but that face has a little squareness. So what is it?
Good eyes. It is mostly pit bull.
Nice.
It's mostly pit.
But has some lab, right?
Actually, Australian Shepherd Beagle somehow.
Really?
Yeah. And
Jeez.
German Shepherd.
Check this out. What do you think this guy is?
Beautiful.
I've said Rhodesian Ridgeback multiple times.
He's
Look at this guy.
He looks like a Rhodesian Ridgeback mixed
Wait,
with
we
a
see your
Rottweiler.
finger. There he is.
And he is 100% sweet
he's
boy. He's a
sleeping.
baby. Oh, Max, you good
He's
boy.
wearing
Max.
clothes. Look at him. He's civilized.
He's cute.
Oh, what a gentleman.
He's
Max, you're on
cute.
TV. You can't take a nap. What are you, Donald Trump?
Oh. I miss having dogs, but
Hound
I
says
can't. Not with the
Pep.
cat situation here. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Vector
I'm not.
Z.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
get Max's DNA analyzed, but
What
he's
made your
kind
mom
of like
do
a
it?
shepherd, I guess. But he doesn't really. He doesn't do that. He just kind of. He's kind of. He sleeps. He farts. He plays with toys.
Well, I
Eats
think
a
it's
lot of food. This
interesting.
motherfucker just doesn't stop eating.
Jake,
wants
it's
me to feed him
interesting that
every
she did-
day.
Oh, look at that.
She is a baby.
Oh, she's a baby.
Holy moly!
You know, recently, I think it was the other day, in my area, they found another house with 1 million cats, and the woman was a breeder, and it was disgusting. I'm thinking
Oh.
another thing I would like to do is see where it's at with making breeding anything illegal. I mean, the conditions were horrible, but
I
think-
support banning
Yeah,
all forms
everything.
of procreation for all
All
life
of it.
forms on
I'm,
Earth.
oh God, you fit with everything.
10
I
years,
know.
at least 10-year reprieve moratorium on all breeding. Just take a break.
I just don't think people should go and buy animals at all, unless it's like, I mean, they're doing farm animals. I'm not going there.
You
I'm
buy
like-
them straight
Yeah,
from the
good point.
breeder.
I'm talking
You get
about
them
pets.
before they get traumatized. You ever think about that?
I'm talking
You
about
adopt the
pets.
dog on the street. They're already traumatized. You get them directly from the mill. You know, now they're
I'm tired of it.
traumatized. So you
I know.
when you think about it, wouldn't you rather have the puppy mill puppies not have to go on the street first? I don't.
No, I'd
It's
rather
a philosophical
save
question.
a dog.
This bitch was raised. It was doing Maine Coon cats. They found her house in hideous condition. Now I have 7 cats. This woman there was 80 cats. How does it get overwhelming like that and not ask for help? You know, and I'm sorry, but she's going to go to prison, maybe. But I think this is terrible. And I know that my governor did something. I think you're not allowed to have pets but buy them from pet stores anymore. But I don't like any of it. I hate circuses. I hate buying
Yeah.
and selling and all.
I
of
remember
it.
going to the zoo for
Puppy
the
mills.
first time, and it
don't
just
like
was
them either.
weird. Like I went to the zoo and it smelled awful. Like, why am I here? It's a humid, toxic gases flooding my nostrils.
Yep.
And then 2, all these animals are depressed. You can see, like, I remember seeing like the fucking, like a tiger at the zoo. That motherfucker wants to kill himself. Like, how is that going to bring me joy?
We've got the New York State. The New York State law has the Puppy Mill Pipeline Act banning pet stores from selling dogs, cats, rabbits, effective December 15th, 2024. And they're trying to stop the inhumane large-scale breeding operations, puppy mills. But where I live, the Amish breed those little Australian shepherds. And, I think that's awful too.
I mean, do they
sell them.
like
They
for
sell them.
sale?
Yes, they sell them.
I'm sorry, man. We need a complete and total shutdown on the Amish
complete.
until we figure out what the hell is going on, because you cannot be selling animals
They
to fund
do.
your little religious experiment.
They do. They
Oh.
do.
Please be
Yep, yep.
as kind as possible to the Amish. I adore those folks.
Well,
I think
I
yeah,
got it
right.
Quakers.
but they
But they
have
gotta stop.
everybody
with their
has things that are not good. I mean,
True.
I like my Amish neighbors too. I love them. But when people say, well, they live they still use fossil fuels. They use kerosene, it's people say, well, live like the Amish. Yeah, no, thanks. I mean, I try to live as clean as I can here. I burn firewood for heat, but I don't want like 12 kids and have to move to Vermont because you can't find somebody to marry your daughters because they're all intermarried. That's what happened to my favorite.
That's the thing, yeah, man. Those motherfuckers, they love incest. They love inbreeding.
Well, I can't go that far. I will not go that far.
Those insular ass communities,
small communities.
Well, that's why Harvey
there for the incest.
Who
I honestly, I mean, I think you should not be, you should, if you're going to procreate, you should be going outside of like 100-mile radius to find somebody.
Well, they moved to Vermont because now
because the incest got so bad.
Well, it wasn't incest. He had 4 daughters. My Harvey, that was my friend, here. Mm-hmm. And they moved. I miss this guy and his daughters. Like he had 4 daughters and a son, and I liked his wife. They were very nice. He would help me here, but there's a whole new enclave in Vermont of people from all over the country. So they have some gene pool that's not just this area because
I hope so.
He had 4 daughters. Who are they going to marry? Everybody's the cousins up the road. The parents are on that farm. Everybody's very close. There was nobody. So he left.
Well, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
I didn't know the Amish did transplanting.
Yeah, that's news to me. Despite liking them, I actually don't know a ton about them. I just really like the fact that they
I like the hats. I'll give them the hats.
Barns. Yeah, I do like the hats.
We just had an accident here too.
The beards. I like the beards. Beards are nice.
Yeah, a wood truck. Some asshole comes out of. Yes, I'm always worried about that because there's a ton of horse and buggies around here, and it happened yesterday. And I don't know the horse's condition. I know the Amish guy passed away, and the log trucks go too fast on that specific corner, which there should be.
Like a Final Destination 2 situation.
Want log trucks. Oh,
you see Final Destination 2? That's the best one. That's exactly what happens. Those motherfuckers didn't see it coming. Well, one of them.
I swear to you, you can tell how old somebody is based on how they behave behind a log truck on the road.
Yep. Well, first of all, I don't even know how to drive. I watch Final Destination 2. I'm like, you know what the easiest way to avoid the log truck on the highway is? Don't get a car. Don't get in a car ever. You're never going to end up on a highway. You're never going to be behind a log truck. You're good. Just don't get in a car.
All right, fatal. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the horse. Not that far. I didn't hear it. I don't always have I have one of those scanners, but I don't always have it on. What a
scanners.
Shame.
I love scanners.
Yeah, I can hear. I know where the cops and the fire people are.
I thought scanners too, not as good, but very interesting.
Okay, you're talking about something different.
Yeah, scanners.
Yeah.
Fucking what's that fucking guy's name? That gross ass fucking brilliant filmmaker, but disgusting movies. Oh, fuck.
Oh, he was only 24.
I got dementia. Oh, fuck. What is it?
And the horse had no injuries.
Who is it? Cronenberg.
Ah.
Yeah. And then his son makes a more fucked up movie. That's a fucked up family. You ever see Brandon Cronenberg's movies? That motherfucker makes some fucked up shit too.
Really?
Both of them. They got to be stopped.
I did like Existence.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's a lot going on where I live. I just saw a farmhouse just burned up, and it was an Amish farmhouse. Jeez.
Oh.
The fuck? This is not good. 2 things. Nothing ever happens here. Like nothing. I'm just noticing that 2 big things happened here and nothing happens. I can put on that scanner and not hear a thing forever. Only when the weather's bad. You hear, more stuff. Oh, well.
Oh, man.
That's life.
So I have to make a correction. I said I did not think ice was going to be much of a problem here. I rewatched what I said, and boy,
define here. What did you say?
Michigan, specifically Detroit. I don't want to make it seem though I was referring to the raids like Minneapolis is currently experienced. I do want to be clear here and everywhere else, they are kidnapping people every day. It's like 5 a day. It's crazy.
They got the quotas.
I didn't actually look at the numbers before this.
They're instructed to, one, specifically, there was a leaked memo that specifically instructs them to disregard the law. Like, it tells them the law, you are above the law and it doesn't matter. And they have quotas. So that means you have to arrest like 10, 20 people illegally, kidnap them, traffic them to get your bonus. It's fucked up. And we're just going to deal with this until, like, I mean, there's going to be a critical mass of parents who have their children snatched up off the street, and then eventually they're going to fucking go to the school board and, I don't know.
The way I see this stopping is by the people demanding it and forcing it to stop. And I have heard some people whose I think hearts were in the right place with suggestions for how it could be forced to stop. But I've only seen one practical means, and that is a general strike. But I do think the time to, I think as soon as one city removes ICE and becomes a sanctuary city, like forces their city council to declare them a sanctuary city, because
from ICE.
From ICE. I think the first time, I think that's inevitably going to happen. And as soon as it does, if other cities are coherent enough to follow through, it's going to be a chain reaction. But in terms of political pressure, I think what we are looking to do is to get Donald Trump to declare victory and cancel the ICE raids, to say, we got them all. We got all the illegals. And that's why we're ending this. Not because the country is shutting down one city at a time and saying that a major unit of the government is no longer welcome there. I think that's probably a realistic way for this to end. Although I
would say that it's going to take multiple different groups doing multiple different strategies, all with one goal and working together and not stepping on each other. Like a general strike, bare minimum. We need that. But we're also going to need people to build systems and especially in state governments. Because the way I see it, the federal government is compromised. Like, we have state governments and they're not great, but they do somewhat exist. But the federal government is compromised. Like, we cannot, states need to start considering secession. They need to start, just even throwing it out there. It doesn't mean you have to do it, but just throw it out there. Just say, like if Washington, California, and Oregon did those fucking, little pacts and they said, if this doesn't stop by the end of the year, we're all going to secede. I mean, it's going to bring something to the table, I think. We need to actually you need to actually make the bluff. And you need to be willing to follow through with it, if necessary. But the federal government's compromised. It's an occupying force.
Horribly.
And that's just what it is. It's no longer the United States government. It's just an occupying army that currently operates in Washington, D.C. And maybe we could have a new federal government in the future. But I think we're going to need a constitutional convention to end this stuff.
Yeah, you might be right. Well, I'm proud of Buffalo because they're doing it. Buffalo, the city, they are not cooperating with ICE at all. Good. And neither is Niagara Falls. All of Niagara County Sheriff's Office also recently shifted its policy, ending holding ICE detainees without criminal charges or judicial warrants. And in Buffalo, they're not all. Ban would cover all city departments, police, building inspectors, preventing any interaction with federal immigration enforcement. I am so happy about Buffalo. You have no idea. Really
That's
happy.
Good.
And Niagara County, the sheriff's department. That's amazing. So
but you got to wait until ICE shows up and then see if they actually follow through.
They've already been in Buffalo. They're in Buffalo, but nobody's cooperating, and they're not swarming things. It's not Minneapolis at all yet. We don't know.
I mean, it's as simple as every police officer. If you see someone who looks like they're an ICE, they need to be arrested immediately because you're, one, impersonating an officer. You are not a real cop. You are not a real officer. You don't have a badge number. You are impersonating an officer. We don't know who you are. So anyone wearing that shit without identifiers, immediately, like if a cop sees that, you have to throw him in jail immediately at the bare minimum because they're impersonating an officer. If I walked around wearing a police uniform or fucking an army uniform, you know what would fucking happen? I'd get arrested for impersonating an officer. So, or maybe not. I mean,
there was just this teenage kid. I'll do this quick.
Sure.
He actually, this young kid caught a guy that broke into the house dressed up as an ICE agent who said he was going to terrorize his family. He was trying to steal video games and stuff. This kid knocked him out. Knocked him out. They called the police. Knocked him out. He was laying out. He wasn't ICE. He was just dressing up like ICE so he could break in and then terrorize them and try
and
to
then
steal
that's going to happen. The kid's going to knock them out, and then it turns out it really was an ICE agent, and then that kid's going to be sent to a fucking gas chamber.
Why would
and their whole family
breaking in? I mean, breaking.
They break into houses. They're going door to door and with battering rams in Minneapolis.
You're catastrophizing and making up a scenario. I don't think your heart's in the wrong place, but we have. No, actually, I just think you're accurate. That will happen. It won't be specifically a gas chamber, but never mind. I withdraw.
Oh, I see.
I mean, it's
I understand what you're saying.
But I was gonna say we're distracting from the point with a possible future, but it's actually not an exaggeration.
Well, ICE is now withholding medical care, right? So that means they're going to detain, quote unquote, and traffic people that have medical disabilities, and they're all going to fucking die in jail cells, solitary confinement. I mean, if that's not a death camp, then I mean, I don't know what the fuck is. I mean, and that's the thing. Gas costs money. Letting people rot in a cell and then starve to death because they don't have like diabetes medication or whatever the fuck, that's free. That costs no money.
So let me talk strategy.
Wow.
With I think two of the folks who would be most against this idea, but that's why I want to talk to you about it.
Okay.
What do you think about cutting out the chance of all cops are bastards, fuck the police, etc., when we are protesting ICE?
I agree. I think ICE is specific and saying get rid of defund the police because it turns too many people off. And
just during the ICE protest,
it's abolish ICE. This is really what it is. That's the message, because we're not ever going to get rid of law enforcement. That's ridiculous. It's not going to happen.
And separately, I just don't want to give people the impression that ICE and law enforcement are the same thing.
You
no, they are not.
100% correct.
So here's my take, but bear with me. So one, as a strategical move, I'm open to it. But two, I don't like this idea that we need to be constantly retreating to the right. Like in 2020, police in Minneapolis murdered a man on live television. Everyone protested, and then police budgets went up, and now people are still getting shot, murdered, and everything. And then Trump came back in office, and now he's got a private secret military force. Right. So we're going further to the right. We have lost the battle on defund. We have lost the battle on abolish police. And I don't want to feel like we're retreating. So I understand from a strategic perspective. I like the idea of pitting cops against ICE from a strategy perspective, like it's a game, like we're playing Risk or whatever. But like at an intellectual level, I don't think we should be retreating rhetoric. I think police do need to be completely abolished, and law enforcement needs to start from scratch. I mean, I personally think the entire country has to start over. Like any country that's not America, why would they ever enter a trade deal with this country? Why would they ever enter a military alliance? Like after OTAN goes away, like you need to have and if this happened with another country, you know what they do? They get a whole new government. They start over. Japan, they started over. Germany, they started over. New government. Brazil, they started over. Every time the military took over, they started over. Chile, they started over. So America, we just need to start over. And from that, we need to get rid of all the slave patrols, and we need to start over from scratch. I understand that that's going to be a 50-year process, and we have to start somewhere. But also, like intellectually, we shouldn't retreat, but strategically, that's a whole different conversation.
50 years. Okay. I will tell you in 50 years. Okay. It's a great strategy, but in 50 years, with the way things are right now, climatologically and environmentally, I think in 50 years, the main thing will be first responders and responding to extreme weather events. I don't think,
Maybe in 30 years, in 50 years, all those places are going to be abandoned, and there's going to be just like, ruins, and people are going to be living in bunkers underground.
So in a conversation about how best to get rid of ICE, we turn to why the cops are bad, not ICE, but the cops, and it made sense at the time. But then, in a way that also made sense, we turn to what America will look like due to environmental catastrophe in 50 years. And all of those points I agree with individually, but this is the very reason why I want to narrow these things down, because we end up talking about nothing when we try to talk about everything. And worse, I'm concerned. I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't get clipped and make us all look evil. Here we go.
Everyone get ready. Start your screen recorders.
That the people we need to convince are dumber than most animals.
Okay.
Like they're so... I don't know how it's a difficult conversation to say that government employees shouldn't just fucking execute people on the streets.
Oh my God.
We have gotten here, and this is a debate. We're debating shooting a fucking mother on her way home from dropping a kid off from school or whatever in the face 3 times on live television. I mean, and then the motherfuckers, they have the gaslight you, and they say, well, we all saw the video and she was driving at him. Are you motherfucking kidding me? Holy motherfucker. I mean, yeah, like I agree, but also we need to also understand that there are 70 million pedophile rapist enjoyers. They enjoy pedophilia, they enjoy rape, and there's 70 million of them. Maybe you can convert 10, maybe 15 million of them to reason. But at the end of the day, that's still 50 plus million pedophile rapists. And I lump them all in. You vote for the pedophile, you are the pedophile. I don't care if you're holding the camera or in front of the camera, right?
But you're assuming they have access to the same information you do. They don't.
Grab them by the pussy? No one know. I never heard grab them by the pussy. Never heard of it before. Right. When did that happen? Give me a fucking break, man. I mean,
here's what's going to get depressing. Some of the people that voted for him this time weren't even paying attention to politics 7 years ago.
Look, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. Like them. Look at that.
Oh, look at this.
That's not far from me. So you
look at the state of their house.
Yeah.
And the billionaire they're supporting.
Yep.
They can't afford to slap a coat of paint on their house. They got an air conditioner that's external. That is not an efficient way to cool a house. In other words, they're living like the rest of us, and they think it's a good idea to spend their money on a gigantic flag for a guy.
Yeah, it's the second one because she always has all kinds of junk in the summertime out in front of the house she's selling. I don't know them, but I just say that's indicative of us. I think, complete brainwashing, complete Fox News, complete.
I have no sympathy. I'm sorry. I have no sympathy.
Did I say sympathy? I'm just showing you a state of not.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying, and
they got a new flag because the old one got all raggedy. I like to take pictures and video of everything because I use them in my work. But geez.
But yeah, I think maybe we can convince 10, maybe 20 million of these people. But I really genuinely think that there's at least 30, maybe 40 million people that are just too far gone, and we have to deal with that. We have to either teach their kids, take their kids away, prevent them from having more kids. I mean, something's got to give. Because this is the same shit that happened with Reconstruction, is all the Confederate soldiers had a bunch of babies and taught their babies about the lost cause. And now we're here again because no one fucking did anything. There was no global or at least, national education standards or whatever. Then in 1890s, you have a whole generation that thinks that the Confederates, well, they had some good points. And then you throw 100 years on that fucking thing. And then now we have a fucking gas fire that's out of control. So I don't know. I think that, education... I don't know. I mean, you tell me. You're the white man here. But if my little transgender self walks over to the 50 million, 70 million pedophile rapist supporters, it's not going to go well for me. So I mean, that's your job.
What I'm thinking is 2 parts. 3 parts. Thing number 1, they are being lied to about who ICE are and how they behave. Thing number 2. We don't even need members of the military or police to be there. We need their family members to be there wearing some of those shirts that say, like, my son is a U.S. Marine or whatever. And then thing number 3, we only need to rely on their ability to hate. We don't need to rely on their ability to logic things out. We don't need to rely on their ability, even their desires for a better world. We just need them to keep on hating the way they've always been hating, and just be willing to expand who they hate. And I've had remarkable success by being very open about the Democrats that I hate. Well, I say remarkable success. I don't have a convert.
No,
yet.
but when you say who they hate, like I showed you that house. So I wonder, who do they hate? They're being told who to hate. They hate who they never see because they live where I live, where nobody lives, and they're seeing nothing, and they hate immigrants, and they're living in.
I personally believe, like, when I was a kid, right, I went to school, and school was slow and boring and stupid, and they taught me misinformation. So you know what I did? Instead of just sucking it up and dealing with being a dumbass, I started reading fucking books when I was fucking like 7 or 8 years old. I just started reading outside of school because I understood school was fucking boring. And so I'm sorry, like, maybe not everyone's built like that. I get that. But like, this idea that someone's 50 years old or whatever, and they're being lied to their whole life, like they have no agency. Like, I'm just like, you're 50 years old. If you're older than that age or whatever, like, I'm sorry, man, do not pass go.
There's so many people like that.
I've got to answer a question because it goes to the core of who I am. Lisa Hopo asks, why do you hate Dems? I hate hate. I get what you're saying here, but I'll answer your question in a straightforward manner. I hate most Democrats. I'll acknowledge that the only politicians I do like have either caucused with or are actually Democrats themselves. But I hate most Democrats because they are conservative and they pretend to be progressive. That's why.
Orb rumor, 70 million people voted for Donald Trump when it was public knowledge he was a pedophile rapist and Jeffrey Epstein's best friend. If they're too lazy to know that, that's one thing. I get it. But like 25% of males in the U.S. between 15 and 75 are pets. I don't know that. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? We're talking about Donald Trump voters. We're talking about Donald Trump voters.
Yeah.
If you vote for a pedophile, enable a pedophile, I don't care. You're a part of the pipeline. You're a part of the machine. Just because it doesn't turn you on doesn't make it any, like, I don't give a fuck if it turns you on or not. If you're holding the camera and pointing the fucking camera at the pedophiles to do their thing, you're just as bad. That's how I feel. You may think it's not okay. You may think it's too harsh. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. So that's my opinion on that. But back to hating Democrats. 14th Amendment, Section 3 clearly says if you give aid or comfort to insurrectionists, you should also be barred from office. On January 7th, Nancy Pelosi gave aid and comfort to insurrectionists by not invoking the 3rd section of the 14th Amendment. Therefore, she is an insurrectionist collaborator. But the 14th Amendment doesn't discriminate. Either if you're a collaborator or an insurrectionist, doesn't matter. You both get expelled. You both get banned from holding public office. So in my opinion, every single Democrat on January 7th who was elected in office, every single Democrat who did not sign on to Cory Bush's resolution to invoke 14th Amendment Section 3, I believe there were about 50 Democrats that actually signed on to that. All of the rest need to be banned from public office forever. Forever. All of them. In the Senate, ban them forever. Joe Biden. The minute Joe Biden chose Merrick Garland, aid and comfort to insurrectionists. Joe Biden is a Nazi collaborator. You might think it's harsh language. Look at the country. Look at where we are. Joe Biden had 4 fucking years to do literally anything about Donald Trump, chose not to. I don't care what's in his heart, you know? That's a Nazi collaborator. Intentionally or not, that's a Nazi collaborator. So that's why I hate most Democrats. And I think that the fact that Democrats right now, like Cory Booker's talking about increasing ICE funding for body cameras.
Well, didn't he come out?
You know, like that's crazy.
I thought he changed he came out and is against the bill to fund any more ICE. Let me look it up. I think that what it came out that he
I want to, while you're looking that up, let me speak in broad strokes about my problem with Democrats, because I would like you to share this problem particularly because I suspect deep down we want the same things for America. My problem is that, not unlike every single Republican on the campaign trail, they pretend to hold our beliefs about the way society ought to be. But when it comes to being in office, particularly the folks that describe themselves as centrists, even though they're not in the center of anything, they're just neoliberals. What they do is they sign giant tax breaks and bailouts for the rich, while denying us basic government services any chance they can. And they will make room. They will sometimes vote in the way we want them to vote, but they won't introduce the bill, and they will only vote the way we want them to vote when there are enough votes behind the scenes to ensure that a progressive bill does not pass. Case in point, the minimum wage was going to be raised, except for Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin. Let's see this.
Don't even get me started on Joe Manchin. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, they're not Democrats anymore, but they serve their purpose.
And she was horrible. Yeah, I heard about
that fucking bitch.
Hold up. Now, wait a minute.
Keith Olbermann was talking.
Raskin, I think, is a good man. Raskin is one of the few good politicians we should keep. But I want to be very clear with you, Lisa. And I hope you'll join me on another stream sometime, because you're the kind of person I enjoy disagreeing with, because you hopefully learn, but I definitely learn. Raskin's a great leader. If every Democrat was Jamie Raskin, I would be 100% about this party. But as it stands, most are not. And Raskin had to have a literal brush with death twice in order for him to wake up. So pre-cancer and pre-J6, Jamie Raskin was a different man. The Jamie Raskin of today is an actual hero. Most Democrats are not Jamie Raskin. Most are Hakeem Jeffries. Most are Chuck Schumer. Most are Nancy Pelosi. Most are just up there to make money off investing while they are in office and to f you over. And if we stick by these people whose records do not show that they support us, then of course Republicans will never listen to us. Because why would they? Because we're just playing games.
Yeah.
Republicans still think that Democrats are the left. That's how lost they
Lisa.
are. That's how fucking they're in the wilderness, you know, like they're in outer
they think
space.
Democrats are the left.
They're in deep fucking space, you know, they're in the fucking void that is next to our galaxy, where there's no rocks, there's no gas, there's nothing. It's a giant fucking void. That's where the Republicans are intellectually. They think Democrats are leftists, man. It's crazy. Imagine thinking Joe Biden is a radical communist. Like, imagine that's where your fucking mind space is while you vote for the pedophile.
Radical communist. I know. Do you
like
think
there are at least a couple million, maybe 10 million people that simultaneously believe Joe Biden is a communist and they voted for the pedophile and a rapist.
So what do you think about
and a pedophile?
Will we ever be able to have either a progressive Democratic Party or a third party that actually gets somewhere?
Let's find out this year.
On the state level, maybe?
Let's find out how many. I'm less interested in whether or not the Democrats, quote unquote, win this time around, because I just don't trust. If you have a D next to your name, that doesn't mean, like, I don't know where your vote is going. So my goal for success or failure this year is how many Democrats do we replace? How many Democrats are we able to successfully primary? That's what I want to see. I want to see progressives stealing power from these bastards.
I mean, I'm not even convinced the midterms are going to be a free and fair election. I mean, they're doing everything they fucking can to destroy these fucking election boards. That said, we should still vote, because the only reason Trump is president now is because most people did not vote. They were able to throw away 3.5 million ballots for Kamala Harris. She won all 7 swing states, but they threw out 3.5 million ballots. If she had the Biden numbers, we wouldn't be here right now. You know, that's why Donald Trump kept saying that 2020 was stolen, because they tried to steal it in 2020 and failed because there were just so many overwhelming numbers for Biden. For some fucking reason, somehow the George Floyd situation channeled that energy into Democrats like Joe Biden. I mean, that's if you want to talk about psychological operations to study for the rest of human history, Joe Biden campaigned on George Floyd energy, and then increased police funding. And then did a genocide in Gaza. I mean, like, we're talking about like, wow, we cannot make that mistake again. That was a critical error. That was a massive fail. I'm so wow, just thinking about it.
Well, we're going to move on.
I can't believe that shit's real.
But we are moving on because now it's a whole different ball game with what's happening here. And like you are saying, everybody's worried about the fact that that the Republican Party is going to try very, very hard to do everything they can to intimidate people. We're seeing it in Minneapolis. We're seeing it play out, but we are seeing the pushback starting. We are. So that's got to take hold. It's got to take hold. Well, if Buffalo, Niagara Falls, I mean, all these police organizations start saying they're not going to work with these people. Well, obviously something's happening because they don't want their communities scarred and terrorized. And then they have to pick up all the pieces. And it's also costing their communities a lot more money when something happens. The community has to pay for the results of what ICE is doing.
The only way that conservatives would get their shit together is if a Democratic president came in, had a new institution, and used that institution to go to right-wing states and then just start locking people up and trafficking them to different countries. If a bunch of white Americans woke up one day and they're somewhere in the middle of Africa, then maybe they would get their fucking shit together. I really don't see any other scenario where these people fucking, oh no, a 37-year-old mother was shot in the face 3 times. Well, she was a lesbian, so who cares? They had to come. Like, these people are fucking evil. They're demons from hell. They are demonic forces. And
what you see online is, oh, well, you do. If you just do what the law officer says, you won't get shot, which is like, she was leaving. She was trying to get away. That's what
literally she was like communicating with a different fucking Nazi piece of shit. And that Nazi piece of shit told her to get the fuck out. So she did. And then fucking her partner was like, get the hell out of here. Let's go. And then fuckface motherfucker shot her in the face 3 fucking times. Right in front of her fucking wife, by the way. Like, imagine sitting in the
passenger in front of her dog. Her dog was in the car.
And you just see, and then you see the video where the fucking car just rears off into the fucking lawn of some person's house. I mean, just the whole thing is just, it's horrific beyond imagination. But like, you know what else was horrific beyond imagination? George Floyd being murdered on national television. And what did this country do? Nothing. We all played a party in the streets. That was cool. That was fun. But then the police got more funding. There was a genocide in Gaza.
Nothing.
And now, accomplished. Okay, that's
my post. I made a post that there are 3,000 Derek Chauvins in Minneapolis.
These people. I mean, like, demon is putting it lightly because demons are supernatural. Like these people are worse than demons. Anything you read in the Bible about demons, Republicans are worse. Not even, like, no question about it.
Well, sticking to what we can work with, I think it has never been easier to point out to average folks why Republicans are bad. You have armed thugs in the streets trampling over U.S. citizens' rights and everybody's rights. You've got tensions between longstanding allies that might actually become a shooting war over a chunk of land that nobody except the dude who's trying to take it was ever considering taking. You have the kidnapping of another country's president. You have the fact that he went to war with a country to steal their Nobel Peace Prize. What the?
Don't get me fucking started.
Oh no! Oh God! I hear the engine.
It just has never been easier to describe why Republicans are bad. I'd also say
to average people, absolutely, but to Republicans, I don't know. But yeah, average people, that's a slam dunk. Yeah.
Choose your words. If you're talking to MAGA, say this guy was claiming he was going to make America great again, but he wasn't. He's your Obama. I'm sorry to break that to you. And you can go that route. But if you're talking independents, then yeah, this is Republicans, because Republicans signed on to all this. That's, I think, Trump's true.
more of MAGA's Clinton. You know, they were both on Epstein's Island after all.
Well, that's fair. In terms of amount of children they've probably fucked, then that's accurate. We have
We
That's
do live
actually
in
country in the
a
world.
rare case where I'm glad you did the whole thing with the not saying it, because I mean I think I needed to hear that censorship there, otherwise I would have lost my shit. But yeah, that's true.
I think we
Two
are
presidents.
possibly the worst country on earth. I mean, if you
Easily,
have to
no
think about it,
question.
we're really awful.
Like
Jesus.
genuinely, what is competing with us? Like maybe Russia, maybe.
What's the new
Yeah.
thing now? The new thing I hear online is that that Americans are on social media apologizing to all
Good.
these different countries. But listen,
We
but the other countries are saying, "Hey, you're an American. We don't give a shit." They're lumping everybody in together, and I kind of, yeah, you, me, whatever. We didn't, but we live here, and oh well, this is what the Republican Party has done to the whole country.
We're all
People are
culpable to
sick.
some degree.
Well,
There's a
that's what
spectrum.
I say. That's my comment. We are all culpable to some degree, and people in other countries don't want to hear "I'm sorry." They want to hear what the fuck we're going to do. They don't want to hear "I'm sorry." They want to see they want to see what Jake is talking about. They want to see the general strike.
To some degree, I think the "I'm sorry" is important, whether they want to hear it or not, because you can offer that up now for free, and you ought to, especially
Sure.
if you believe it. But they're
well,
not
I'm
wrong.
sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry, terribly
Yeah.
sorry about
hey,
all this.
world, I am genuinely sorry.
But I'm seeing the commentary. That's all. It's
But
Yeah.
that's not an unrealistic, that's not an irrational expectation for them. You can say, hey, I'm literally in the streets trying to stop this. That's something that's good. A general strike, as you say, would be even better. To like the world might recognize that. But the long-term thing, man, I do want to, just because it's it's a trio of Americans talking here. It's not, well, it is our fault. It is definitely our fault. It's not entirely our fault. The rest of the world's neoliberals have done everything in
Europe
their power.
especially.
Yeah. To make sure we, as America, suffer under regimes like this so that they can get the crumbs, basically. We do a horrible crime, like invade Iraq and cause 2 decades of war, but they're also getting the cheaper oil. Did
you see that fucking text from Macron that Trump posted for some reason? Like, did you see that? Like, a message from Emmanuel. But in that text, where fucking Macron was giving fucking Donald Trump like the fucking meatiest blowjob of his entire lifetime, he was like, we all agree on Iran. We all agree on Syria. What is going on with Greenland? Like, what are you fucking kidding me? Now, I get it. There's a strategy behind it. You got to tickle his fucking ball sack or whatever to get him to get to the table.
They say got to. They don't
but
have
like,
to. Fuck.
What are you talking about with Iran, man? Like France, I mean, hey, I like the aviators. That was a good touch, but like, France, they have it's time to put up or shut the fuck up, because I'm tired of hearing you fucking people talk. Like Europe, you need to, like, every country on earth needs to do a complete and total blockade on the entire U.S. economy.
Yes,
bare minimum.
Keir Starmer
bare minimum.
Was out there in front of a microphone the other day talking about, like, well, America's doing bad, but we maintain relationships by sticking through people. Dude, fuck you, Starmer.
That's the abusive father's wife, the mother, who just like says, oh, little Timmy, don't, just deal with it. He'll be done beating your ass soon with the belt. Don't worry about it.
The police captain that doesn't want to bust up the drug house that's a convenient walk from his house. Because he's a drug addict.
Yeah.
That's Keir Starmer. He doesn't want the money train to stop for the neoliberals of their country. So
that's right.
Strongly worded. But we're not. I
personally think all humans on Earth are culpable to what we're dealing with, because we've all just been letting these evil people take control of all of our countries. Like Russia, for example, give me a fucking break. You got the Soviet Union, then you let Stalin kind of run that shit into the ground. There's a lot of Stalin enjoyers, but let's be real. Let's be honest. The practical effects of his reign is he destroyed the reputation of the Soviet Union. That's what happened.
Communism.
Of communism, yes.
Of communism.
The concept of just like collective, like healing and helping and like working together is thrown out the fucking window because of Joseph Stalin. Okay, so. Like that, like what a disaster that was, like what the fuck. And then Russia collapses, and now we have a bunch of rich people in Vladimir there. Like that's a fucking disaster. But like, it's the whole fucking world. Every country, this is what I wrote this on Blue Sky, but every country is either run by like a fucking piss baby loser, like Keir Starmer, a little fucking like he's got like 5 diapers on. He's got like a full diaper bodysuit, an absorbent diaper suit that he wears to just absorb all the fucking piss. He's got catheters that are daisy chained into other catheters so that he can deal with pissing on himself over and over. I'm sorry, but this is what's happening. Right. And then you have fascists like fucking Putin or Trump. And then you just got just total dunderhead fucking moron leaders. You know, like there's all kinds of fucking like, you know,
the hungry Viktor Orban. I do have a question. Okay. And I'm going to put a comment here. It's kind of talking about what happened to Iran. Now, today, this comment says, Iran warns U.S. President Donald Trump. Yeah.
She's saying comment, but this
right,
is your
because I got it. Right. But they will be firing back with everything we have if we come under renewed attack. The country says 3117 people have been killed in recent uprisings. So we have our president, right, who is trying to squelch any kind of protest in the United States, and they want to kill, but yet he's threatening Iran because they are killing, and they are telling the Iranians to protest against their government. So where's your head on that? And that's not been in the news.
Well, the whole Iran situation is a real clusterfuck because Iran's government is fucking horrendous. They have one of the worst governments on planet fucking Earth. They're just terrible. Well, maybe not as bad as Donald Trump. Let's be honest. You know, America's looking pretty bad. But Iran was a fucking beautiful country for thousands of years, or a beautiful place on Earth, because countries are a very recent invention. But like, it's a terrible fucking. It's a regime that's fucking horrendous. That said. What's the option if the Ayatollah says bye-bye? We're going to get a U.S. puppet in there, and then we're going to have a greater Israel, and then Israel's going to colonize the entirety of Asia and fucking Africa. They're just going to keep fucking expanding. So in a way, you know, critical support to the Ayatollah on a geopolitical level, but like, you know, it sucks to actually kind of discuss the situation.
What do you think the actual people want?
The people want to live in a democracy like they did in recent living memory. There are people in Iran right now that grew up in a democracy. Like,
sure, but they were still, and it was still a U.S. pressured democracy. But
it was better than what's happening now domestically for people's domestic rights, and that's why it sucks fucking ass.
I don't like any kind of religious running of countries, but that's of course big part of the world. I just wondered. How about you, Jake? What do you think about that whole conundrum of trying to make people in other countries rise up and yet squelching it here?
It's not just the hypocrisy, which is obviously a thing, but it's also the fact that he told them, if you rise up, he tried to do an old school. He tried to do it right with Iran because he effed it up with Venezuela. He said, if you rise up, the U.S. will be there for you. And they rose up, and the U.S. was not there for them. We just let them die. Those 3,117 deaths are on Trump.
Yeah.
He irresponsibly said he would do something that he had no intention of doing. So, yeah, that's demon work right there. I hope, nonetheless, they successfully rise up, overthrow their government, start a democracy, and do not allow the U.S. anywhere near it.
That's the best case scenario.
That would, best case scenario. I would like to see that happen for the Iranian people. I literally was in love with the country from actually one of the YouTube travelers, Sabbatical Tommy, went to Iran, and the people were just wonderful, you know, from where he was and who he visited. And all
Iran is one of the most interesting cultures and histories of any place on planet Earth.
Wouldn't it be nice to have that ability to do research with Iranians and, you know, all the kind of things that we used to do? Yeah, it would be that. See, that's a world that we have to work towards. The world that where we used to do all the research with the Russians, and we worked in partnership with the Chinese, and people just don't understand. We're all the same. We all want the same things, and that's just a happy life and a good family, and to be accomplished in something.
Something I think about as a person of transgender persuasion is that like almost every country on earth would like shoot me on sight if they knew I was trans. Like I cannot like travel to many countries on earth. Like just thinking about that is pretty crazy. Like this is my planet, this is my home, and yet I am not allowed. And even the country I was born in, I'm barely allowed there. So it's like I don't know, man. Like I just think this whole thing, all of humanity, like we need some sort of big cultural reset. We need to have like, and every cultural reset we've had on a global scale has come after like the most like ridiculous atrocities you've ever even dreamed of every time. And it gets worse. World War I. Well, guess what? That wasn't as bad as World War II, So it's like every time that there's a global reset, it's because of something very fucking horrible to happen. So do we need to go through something horrible? Maybe, but I wish we didn't.
Do you think that the trans, all of this is based, the etiology is religious?
What?
I don't.
Is it religion? I don't know. I'm asking the question. All this hatred for just people that are.
It's a mixture of religion, stupidity, conservatism in the classical sense, where they just want to keep everything the same, but like. It's also just like they don't know anything. Like trans people have existed throughout all of human history.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
they don't know that. They don't know any of that. So like they're just dumb motherfuckers. They're stupid, intolerant pieces of fucking human garbage. And that's why I have no problem just throwing out half the human population and calling them all garbage.
Learned hatred because they don't understand intersex. They don't understand
fucking anything.
Biology.
They're just fucking. Most people are just fucking stupid fucking garbage. Like it's fine being ignorant.
Propaganda. I'm
ignorant on a lot of things, but you know what? I don't fucking hate people because of my fucking ignorance. Like I have next to no knowledge on several African countries. I have zero knowledge on several African countries. That doesn't mean I fucking hate them. You know what I mean? So
I think we are going to experience worldwide leftist revolution that is exactly as Andrea describes, where it's like a reset for culture across the world. And I think that is going to happen because the way we have been behaving is unsustainable. So the question I have is that going to happen in time or not in time to soften but not stop because it's too late for that, the horrible effects of climate disaster? We'll see. It might be all tidal waves and ripping continents.
If you want to talk about doomer conspiracies, right? This is my doomer conspiracy, as I think by the 22nd century, right? By year 2101, because that's when the 22nd century starts, is 2101. I think that there will probably be like 500 million people on this planet. And I think it's going to be up to them to craft the future of humanity. I really do not think we're going to stop climate change. I think most people on Earth will die, and it's going to be catastrophic. If I can live long enough to die in a fucking tsunami, I'll see myself as an accomplished individual, and I want to pass on my writings and teachings to the next generations. To build something after this, because I don't think we're going to solve climate change. I do not think it's going to happen. I think that most people on Earth will die by 2101. That's what I think. That's my doomer take. Do I hope it doesn't happen? Absolutely. But
I've got
usually my doomer takes come out to be somewhat.
I've got the book right behind me, Racing to Extinction by Lyle Lewis, who I've interviewed 3 times. So it's an absolutely stellar book because he is a science, biologist, ecologist. It's very sad what we're doing. I mean, that's pretty much
terrifying.
I talk about.
The best case scenario is a future intelligent species digs us up in the fossil record and goes, well, that's weird. There's some aberration here. Let's look into that a little bit more. That's the best case scenario, I think, for the planet. Not for humans, because we'll all be dead, but for the planet, for life on Earth. You know, because I think about life on Earth. We're all cousins. I'm cousins with Max the dog. I'm cousins with the fucking trees outside. We're all life on Earth.
Yes, that's it.
Like the fact that we're all killing each other. Like there's one thing, you got to eat certain plants to live or whatever. You don't need to eat cows and pigs, by the way. That's unnecessary, but that's a different conversation. But the fact that we put cows and pigs, if you want to eat them, that's one thing. But we put them in factory fucking farms, and they grow up in cages, and they squash them to fucking bits and torture them on a daily basis. It's fucking disgusting what humans have done to this planet. So as far as life on Earth, I mean, the best case scenario is for humans to just like calm the fuck down. We can maybe live in a bunker somewhere. Or like, if humans left the planet, that's a better case scenario too.
A lot of people that I know feel that humanity has to go, but the problem is humanity, as flawed as it is going to take every other being, sentient being, with it. So
yeah, if humanity goes, it's going to be nuclear warfare. 99% of life on Earth will die. I think when humanity hits the big button, it's going to be worse than the fucking Chicxulub situation.
Dominico, I am not ignoring all you say, but a lot of what you say is hard to understand in the context. You have to understand, Dominico, when we are talking up here, there's a delay between this and the chat. So
I try not to look at the chat, because every time I do, I end up getting angry, and that's not good for my blood pressure.
There was a really nice here, can I put this up? Here's something really lovely. Nina Canadian, peace and respect. I'm so late. Apologies. My province took on an aggressive recycling system January 1st, 26, which we were talking about consumption. So that's wonderful to hear that some province that wants to do something that's not fake recycling. Sounds like a good thing. And Nina, you know, maybe you could come on my show and talk about it sometime, because yes, there are positive things that we can talk about that are happening. And I like that too. So we took a little veer.
Yeah. Recycling is amazing, because like the thing about recycling in the United States is we just take up all the quote unquote recyclables and then we ship them to like Indonesia or whatever. And then they fucking burn them for fuel or some shit. And it's terrifying. It's disgusting the way that the whole just thinking about it, when you just try to just think of the big picture, it really hurts my head.
She's talking about
accurate recycling is great.
Lowering consumption, and it's probably having to do with composting and farming.
The biggest thing, more than recycling, because recycling, if you want to save whatever, right, eat less garbage. Right? Less plastic wrapped garbage, right? The less garbage you purchase, the less you even need to consider recycling, you know? And it's like, you know, if you have like a good recycling setup, you know, that's the ideal scenario. Like the plastic bottles, like the fact that we still use plastic bottles, I mean, like, I just like, you know, like glass, like it's right fucking here. I wash this bitch out and drink out of it multiple times a day. Or like, what the fuck? People drink bottled water? Are you kidding me?
This does get recycled because it's a metal, and they do get it reused, repurposed, and remade. I don't know what the process is. It's probably fossil fuel intensive, but it does get recycled. Yeah, it does. It is. See, every issue, everything is tied together, but really it's all of it is under the environmental umbrella. All of it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Even
that's
when it
the
comes
motto
down
of
to
my
like,
channel.
yeah, I mean, the more I look at it, the more you're correct. What businesses operate in your area, how they are permitted to operate, what the effects of businesses that are operating in areas around yours have on your health. It's all, yeah.
I mean, yeah, like people, like you know, I gotta see myself. Hold on.
Okay.
Motherfuckers, when it comes to the environment, okay, like I just
there we go.
You know, people will drink and eat pure sludge. Like you fucking like the shit that people eat, like is just utterly reprehensible to look at. And I do it too. The other day, not too long ago, actually it was a week and a half ago, I'm losing perception of time, and I discovered that they had a vegan pot pie. And I had a vegan pot pie, which I haven't had those since I was young. You know, that little fucking bullshit you throw in the freezer and you put it in the microwave and it's disgusting. It is the most hideous. I looked at it and I was like, am I really going to eat this? Now, I will tell you, because human biology does not necessarily coalesce with my intelligence, my taste buds enjoyed it very much so. Okay, I very much so eating that frozen piece of garbage. But just looking at it, though, like that disgusting sludge that just drips out of it, that gray sludge with these fucking like pale, disgusting looking peas and carrots that look like they have no nutritional value. It is truly horrendous to look at that kind of shit. And I gobbled it up. I ate every bite. I'll tell you that. I had a great time. But with all of that being said, most Americans, like, they don't even have that intellect. Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm only one person. But, like, I'd like people eat that shit every day. They eat that shit 3 times a day. That scale of garbage,
You know what?
Man, we gotta really think about what we're doing here.
They do it in pet food too. Pet food is so bad, most of it, and I have worked so hard to feed my animals properly, and even then, Siku got his UTI. But that makes you look. It's so much garbage that they're feeding. I feel so sorry for pets. That's why I wrote about it in my Substack article, because it should never, domesticating animals for pets actually should never ever have happened. Should never have become a thing for pets.
I disagree.
I don't know, Andrea.
I don't like the concept of
humans abuse, but everything gets abused. Everything
I agree with that. I agree.
Gets abused. So it should never have happened.
The terminology of pet, I think, is problematic.
Okay.
Like Max the dog. Look at this guy. He's currently sleeping.
Listen, I have 7 cats. I love them. I'm talking about going all the way back in time. The abuse that go to any animal shelter.
Look at this motherfucker. He is fast asleep.
He's so cute.
Max, are you dead?
I don't think you're getting where
I get your point, Sandee. You're saying we're here now, but we didn't have the right to do that.
I think that there is a sincere argument that dogs domesticated themselves. This is an argument that I've read and researched into.
Really?
I don't like the concept of pets because pets imply a hierarchy and it implies that humans are above others. So I don't agree with that. Max is my friend, and he's not my pet. He's not my dog. I mean, I would say he's my dog. Like, that's my buddy, right? So in that sense, he's my dog, but he's not my dog as in I own, possession of him. This is an area where the English language is a little lacking in specificity. But like, I think that working symbiotically with other animals is something that humans were meant to do. We were meant to integrate. We were meant to raise dogs. We were meant to fucking create these communities and work with nature. We were meant to do all this. This is what we're here for. This is what we started as. We started as one with everyone else. And sure, yeah, the law of the jungle is pretty scary. Monkeys eat each other. They kill each other. Chimpanzees will blow each other's head off with rocks sometimes.
That's instinct
but like,
versus
like that's the thing is we can coalesce with nature. It is possible.
Well,
and I think that
that's not what I'm talking about.
No, I know. So I'm just going off on my own little situation.
It's okay. You can go off on your own little situation. It's almost midnight, guys. Are we going for a longer night than 2 hours? Because
I was going to pull the Strackbein with it's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard.
All right,
Sandee beat you to it. She was right there.
I'm tired, and I have a big day tomorrow, and then I'm supposed to do a show at 5 o'clock for this space, and I'm completely not prepared for anything, and I have to go pick up my cat, and it's going to be shitty weather, and I have to make sure there's a lot to do here. So
I usually get ready for my show about 20 minutes before it goes live.
I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be one of those days where I'm just going to have nothing to other than just talk.
Well, here's what I recommend.
Okay, recommend. Oh, he did it.
I just want to say I will handle shutting the stream down. So
all right, he did it. He did the Jake's it. Everybody, thank you for coming. There's a lot of people here, and I think that our discussions were good and heated, and we're not always on the same wavelength or path, but somehow we make it there, Andrea. We just make it there.
I think that there's reasonable disagreements to be had, and then there's Jake.
Okay, I think that's it. I was just looking at the chat. It gave me some food for thought. I love you all. Nina, keep on being that beautiful person you are up there. And Lisa and Alex. I just want to say everybody's name. And I'm going to look at the big one tonight. Groove Dragon and Earth and Hermit and all of you. Looney Tunes, thank you. And who else? There is somebody named Majat and Emerald View, thank you. Wow. Global, thank you for coming. And Selena, let me see if I missed any other names. I just want to say thank you for all of us at This Space TV and all the hard work that the people at This Space TV, like Andrea, have done to create something that's growing.
I've done a lot of easy work. The hard work is done by everyone else. The hard work is done by everyone watching. They have to watch this shit. I just come on and do a fucking show once in a while. You people, you're doing the hard fucking work. You have to sit through this grueling nonsense.
You are definitely something else, babe. But hey,
I tried.
I having you in my life for now. What is it going on since 2020? Yeah, since 2021. Yeah, it's been definitely good for me. So, all right, everybody. I'm saying goodnight. Andrea's going to shut down, and I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then I've got Jim Massa on Friday night. Science Talk with Jim Massa. We have a whopper of a show for Friday night. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Just don't talk over the outro as per usual.
Shit.
That would be really bad if you talk over the outro.
I'm out of here, but it was a great show. We are all animated, and I gotta go to.
This show started, and I think about it every day of my life.
Bye.
All right. Is anyone there? Hello?
Yeah, we're not talking though, right?
Oh, Jake, what are you doing here? What is this?
I came in to
Jake
not
back?
talk over the credits.
You failed. You're talking over the post credits. I got this red spot. What is that? Why is there a red spot on my face? Look at that.
Maybe you got you were wrestling and you got cut up.
I got chapped lips right now. I got a serious case of chapped lips. Do you got any chapped lips right now, Jake? I wasn't looking.
I do. I've been chewing on them all night. Now wait a minute.
My chapped lips are driving me fucking insane. I woke up this morning with a pool of blood just
Jesus Christ
on my face, as I'm rolling around in my fucking sleep. I woke up and there's blood on my fucking face. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? There's blood in my mouth. There's blood pouring out of me. It's like there's blood everywhere.
Chapped lips. I think that's tuberculosis.
Well, that might be involved a little bit, but yeah, the corners, they popped open. It wasn't that much blood. It was like a little drop. I'm overselling it. But we're now talking. This is not Left Past 10. This is a news show.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with a news show, which this is not. Not even close.
No.
But we're in kind of uncharted waters here. What is this?
No, this is the show, the hidden after show where we read and heckle the comments.
Okay, is that what we're doing? Put them up on screen.
Yeah.
Wait. He's really upset that we didn't end.
You guys are still there, and I left. Shut
guys.
That wasn't that much.
Well, Jake came back on. I was ready to.
I'm cutting you off my channel.
We're now talking. This is not Left Past 10. Oh no.
Okay.
No, I'm done.
You're done? What's happening? I can hear myself.
No.
Help.
What happens if I turn it off on my channel?
I think you just gotta turn the volume down or put your headphones in.
What the fuck is going on?
What happens if I take? Wait, please answer me.
Wait, close mute the YouTube thing that you've got open.
This is fucked.
The stream is still on.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, it's still on.
How do
I
I
don't know what's
remove
happening.
it from my channel? If I hit remove, it ends on Environmental Coffee House, right? Then they
think
can
so,
go
yeah.
to this space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Click your arrow
Just
and then
keep
hit
it on
remove.
for the views. You'll get more watch hours.
No,
more
Sandee
ads.
doesn't want Jake on screen. That's a huge,
I didn't
huge
say that. I want everybody to go
operational
over to this
security
space.
breach.
Go over to this space. Everybody
Well,
that's
this
left,
space
go
is
over to this
over.
space.
I'm trying to shut it down for the. Matt's gonna be so. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna have like
I'm
10
leaving.
messages in the morning.
Hi.
Matt's gonna be like, "What the fuck
You're
did you
welcome to stay
do?"
and prank. I just came on to do a bit.
No, you can't do that.
You can't. You can't do it.
No, I can't delete it. I can't because it'll delete it on YouTube. Bye. I'm leaving. I'm tired.
See ya, buddy.
What the hell is going on here?
Well, we're doing the secret after show where we heckle the commenters.
Is this a secret? Is this actually happening? We're not. I could we're not
Yeah.
shutting it down. We're doing a secret.
You don't
after
have
show?
to do it, but that's I'm doing the
Well,
secret.
I can't
after
let you
show.
be here by yourself. That's also a huge hole in our armor. The Golden Dome would never allow such a thing.
All right, I'm going to do one non-heckling comment. I'm excited about that. Sandee is my guest, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Friday. That's awesome. All right, let's tear into some of these sons of
we're
bitches.
still
How
going.
dare you?
Okay.
Ooh, Donald James X. I know Dr. Ritchie through all the community work I've seen him do and justice he has brought to some communities I saw with my own eyes. Fair enough, continuing our conversation from earlier. Yeah, Dr. Ritchie is he was already a doctor before the scamming. I don't know why.
Oh, that's the fucking con artist piece of shit. Is that the one? Yeah.
Yes. I mean, he genuinely has dedicated a portion of his life to doing good works, but he's undone all that good. Well,
I gotta be 100% honest. I hate the Young Turks and I hate everyone on there, and I think they're all terrible. I don't think that there's any redeeming qualities to anyone working for the Young Turks. That's my bias. That said, I also don't mind being a scam artist piece of shit and getting fake diplomas. I think it's like a Better Call Saul type situation. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's kind of cool.
I was saying this earlier. Like,
I think it's not bad.
Era,
I mean, like, I think that you should cancel him for working with the Young Turks. Are you fucking kidding me? It's like a fucking,
even if he didn't, you should cancel him for being a progressive and trying to scam people. This is we don't have time for it right now. But in another era, it's sort of like Eric Adams. Like kind of scamming he does.
It would have been fine in like 1834, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You were
like
top hat.
with like a straw hat or whatever. He comes into town with a big suitcase. Like, yeah, it's like an American tradition. It's hard for me to be angry with it.
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought there would be more comments I could heckle, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think Sandee wants us to be live. I think Sandee's pissed.
Well, she probably is.
She's mad as fuck. I cannot believe.
Now I'm realizing.
I've never seen Sandee angry before. She came back on here and was like, Jake, what the fuck? What did you do? You're ruining everything, Jake. And I'm just the innocent victim. I'm just.
Well, I thought I'd have a funnier thing, but.
So you came on, so you're like, oh shit, I got to get back on for a funny thing, but you didn't think about the funny thing yet. You just had faith in yourself.
There'd be some like really sweet comments that I could tear into and tease people for being vulnerable, but it's actually just insightful political commentary. And if I pretend like I got a problem with it, I'm going to have to defend that.
But anyway,
see ya.
Thank you for watching this space. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. My camera fell over. Bear with me. We're live 4 days a week. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Come here tomorrow. My monitor is telling me I need to do this is an OLED panel cleaning. My monitor's been on for 16 plus hours, which means I now need to shut it off. So that I literally need to shut it off. Like, so, I can't see anything. I gotta shut off my monitor. I can't.
And maybe I'll end on a sincere note. Look, no matter who you are out there in the world, never trust Whitey.
If you were to take anything to heart, any general lesson, that is probably one of the best. One of the best. Especially us. I mean,
Yeah.
like
None of these
what the fuck?
children of Yakub.
We're double whiteys
no good.
because we're whiteys on whitey, as in YouTube. So we're double. We're doing both.
Ah,
Huh?
that's good. That's good.